Disclaimer, we talk about murder cases in this video. Hello and welcome back to the Practice Room Podcast, your podcast for everything current and unimportant. We are your hosts, Josh Newton.
Kaleb Thomason.
Mackenzie.
And we have a special guest today, and her name is...
Jessi Cole.
Yay!
Woo!
Sadly, Ryan is not here today. He is busy in a bad place right now. So...
we don't discuss it.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Rest in peace.
The podcast got a new mic.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of good.
It'll totally up the quality and less background noise.
So let's think of some topics. Yesterday was Kenzie's birthday.
Yep.
Woo!
I
Happy
turned
birthday.
17 yesterday, and it's great. So yeah.
So nice to be 17. Can totally relate.
Ooh, I got a good topic. Thanks to Mackenzie. Do you want to talk about it, or do I?
Sure. Okay. So, this topic is gonna be a little different from the ones we've done in the past, but it's gonna be about vacations that we have never taken but want to take.
Ooh.
So yeah, would anybody like to start?
Oh man, Italy. I would love to go to Italy.
That would be nice.
No, I don't want to say Venice. That seems typical. Maybe a smaller town, something that's very rural, has a lot of old-time architecture, and not Paris, but someplace in France, definitely. Along the either in the countryside or along the ocean coastlines. And Germany also has some really nice village-type places with a lot of very scenic routes to go through.
Nice.
So it's just a Europe trip in general, like going through there. Austria's got some nice places to visit, or no, not Austria, Turkey, one or the other.
Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Greece.
Ooh, Greece would
Greece.
be nice.
I want to see all the structures.
Greece food
there.
is actually really nice.
I love to
It
go
is.
and see the original Parthenon.
Yes.
That'd be very nice.
Definitely.
One of my top vacation spots that I want to go to is Denmark,
Ooh.
Copenhagen, particularly, just because it's absolutely gorgeous there. Very
Isn't
nice.
Denmark considered like one of the happiest places like on Earth in general? Because
Basically, yeah.
because of how everything runs there. I would love to live over in Europe, someplace like a lot of cultural history type things to really get to know and learn. Plus like a new language as well as all this fun to learn.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I want to go to Ireland and learn some Gaelic.
Gaelic, yeah.
I believe Welsh. The word
Icelandic.
for toaster or microwave is popty-ping, and the word for a jellyfish is wibbly wobbly. Yeah, so Welsh is definitely a fun language if you want to learn that.
So, Jessi, how about you?
Barcelona, Spain.
Ooh, yes.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Mwah.
I want to go to Spain so bad.
Maravilloso.
Jessi plays piano somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Please don't.
You don't have to demonstrate your skills today.
If you don't want to.
I don't think she wants to. That's a face saying she doesn't really want to.
Nice.
No idea if that's
I mean, it's
copyright, but
better than
everyone
most
knows
of
the
us.
song.
That's definitely copyright.
It probably is copyright. Woo!
It's fine.
Yeah,
I can play the bass line to that.
Nice. I
Somewhat.
cannot.
It's bad. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
let's not do
Yeah.
that.
When it comes to piano, I don't have good hand independency. That's where I falter.
Yeah.
And plus, reading both bass clef and triple clef at the same time
Angel
would
can
just
play
be
the bass
nuts.
I know. Hard to play.
So.
Do you want to talk about any current events that are happening?
Current events. We have a contest tomorrow.
Yes, we do have a contest tomorrow.
Denton, correct?
No,
No,
it's
not
in
Ponder.
Ponder High School,
Ponder.
Ponder,
Ponder.
Texas.
Ooh, fun. Are we gonna be the only 2A there or
Nope.
3A?
No.
No.
I don't
Nice. Some competition.
I mean, we had competition last time.
How do you guys think this is gonna go?
I feel like it's gonna go better than last time just because the atmosphere is a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
We
Everyone
know
feel
what
like
we're
we're so
doing.
overwhelmed, I assume.
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel like we're gonna make finals.
I do think we're gonna make finals, even though I don't
Knock on wood.
particularly want to, but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, like, if we're making finals, I want to win something, not just like, perform again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of stupid.
If we do a good job, we can get the 2A trophy.
Oh yeah, true. One can only hope.
Okay, guys. So actually, I just thought of something that we could start doing.
What?
And I
What's
know
up?
it's like in the middle of the podcast or whatever, but we could do like every video. We could do like a self-help tip.
Maybe that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Self-help
So, self-help tip of the day: drink water because it helps with acne and energy
It
and
helps with acne.
Weight
I didn't
issues.
know that.
weight issues, and it helps your lips be more moisturized.
And
Moisturize
obviously,
lips.
hydration.
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
hydration.
Hydration.
You don't want to, be in the middle of class or whatever you guys do during the day. And then, just get a huge headache and want to die.
Yeah. Dehydration is one of the worst things ever. But so is overhydration. So if you drink water, don't overdrink.
Yeah, so I feel like we should, I want to try out this new segment. It's called You Like Jazz.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yes.
where we talk about either our favorite jazz topics or jazz stereotypes, anything in, that range, like our favorite jazz music, and yeah.
I've said on a previous show, but Marcus Miller is my favorite jazz bass player. He's a very funky soul type person, but it goes through. He's performed like everywhere. It's hard to believe. He's still current actually too.
That's good.
Yeah, he's newer. So if you ever want to get into some like newer jazz music, he's definitely someone to listen to.
We've recently been playing a bunch of jazz songs in jazz band, and
Mainly Christmas.
I'm not like a big fan of the song called Satin Doll, but I'm a fan of the person who wrote it, named Duke Ellington. He's pretty cool.
Nice. Yes, he's very good.
Absolutely. I don't mind Satin Doll, mainly because, it's not hard for bass, but it's also a lot of fun just playing it in general.
It's very
Yeah.
repetitive.
But it isn't my favorite to play. I think my favorite so far has to be, and I believe Mackenzie will agree, Birdland.
I enjoy Birdland. It's nice.
Birdland and Milestones by Miles Davis.
One of my all-time favorite jazz pieces is "Feeling Good" by Nina Simone. And if you've never heard of that, then I'm so sorry
I
for
will
you.
definitely listen to it. Yeah.
Look it up.
Yes, it's very nice. And I'm feeling good.
It is kind of hard.
That song.
It is kind
Oh.
of hard for some people to get into jazz because either it's just not their thing, or they find it hard to listen to because of the way the note structures are all done. It's
Yeah.
hard to explain, but it's not amazing for
Yeah.
some people's ears.
I recently got a new tenor.
Oh, I also just got a new trumpet.
Nice,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
New instruments all around. I didn't recently, like a month or so ago. I got a new bass guitar for specifically jazz band, and it's really nice. I'm enjoying the sound quality of that.
And that's the only reason I got my tenor for jazz band, because our school instruments blow.
Literally and
Not my
figuratively.
alto.
Not your alto, you're right. And not my alto, because they're both brand new altos.
Yeah, tenors are pretty wonky instruments when it comes to the way they're made. But they're not bad. I've always enjoyed it. I can't really stand the alto all that much because the way the embouchure is, it starts hurting my jaw after a little while, so that's why I prefer the tenor over the alto.
That's
How?
very interesting, because it's the other way around for me.
Is it really?
Like, it doesn't hurt my jaw, but the tenor's more difficult to play than alto, and alto's like a starting horn.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm just more suited to play the tenors on.
If it's hurting your jaw, you're probably playing it wrong.
So,
Yeah.
roasts. I feel like one of the only reasons I really looked into Duke Ellington is because he's on one of my favorite animated shows called Big Mouth.
Is he really?
gosh.
Oh, wait, that
Oh.
guy, the ghost.
Yes, Duke Ellington. But I recently, I guess we can kind of end that segment and segue into movies and television.
Alright.
But I recently finished the 3rd season of Big Mouth that came out a week ago.
I'm currently started to watch the new season of Grey's Anatomy, which I have watched the entire show as a whole 5 times because it's so good. So if you haven't watched it, watch it.
My Netflix subscription was canceled, so you need to pay for that or something.
It's
But
pretty
we
sad.
have Hulu and stuff. I'm a big fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's absolutely hilarious.
My favorite cop show
Mhm.
is Blue Bloods.
I don't think I've watched that, but one along the lines of Blue Bloods is that I watch is Criminal Minds. I really enjoy Criminal Minds.
I like Cold Case Files.
Oh, Cold Case Files for sure.
And
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction's pretty good.
Yeah. On YouTube, since it's spoopy month, Halloween month, October. I've been like watching a bunch of like cold case, like old murder cases, like serial killer cases, like listening to podcasts about that.
Okay, so since we're talking about spoopy things, Jessi and I actually just got done with a forensics project, and we had to discuss and learn about the lives of a serial killer or serial killers. And if you want to, we could talk about what we learned and everything. Cool. So I had the Lonely Heart Killers, which was Raymond Fernandez and Martha Beck, and basically the entire story about them was they would get lonely girls off of love ads, and basically so it started out just as Raymond, and he would scam them and be like, hey, I have some voodoo and I can hypnotize you and stuff, and he would ask to marry them. And obviously them being in an ad, they were desperate enough to being like, yes, I want love and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he would marry them and then get all of their assets and all their money and then either kill them or he would just leave them. And when he started being a couple but not really a couple to Martha, she actually would kill some of the women that he slept with and was married to or whatever because she was so jealous of the fact. So whenever they would kill them, they would dispose of them in cement in their basement, which was lovely. And I'm actually gonna tell you guys a story specifically that happened with Renelle, a 2-year-old, and her mother. So fun story. Okay.
Should probably disclaim first. There's some touchy subjects we're about to go over. So
It's not too touchy, but if you're squeamish, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not really that squeamish. Anyway, so Martha didn't like Renelle's mother, so Martha actually drugged her with sleeping pills, and Martha had to take care of her daughter Renelle, and while she was taking care of her, Renelle wouldn't stop crying, so Martha actually strangled her and left bruises, but not enough to actually kill her. So she went to Fernandez and was like, hey, yeah, I just got some bruises on her neck, we need to fix this. So Fernandez actually shot the mother with Renelle watching, and then 4 days later, Martha drowned Renelle in a basin full of water. And then they cemented them in the basement.
So they have this one house full of just dead bodies in the basement. Cemented?
Yeah,
How were they discovered?
Okay, so the way they were discovered, there wasn't a lot of evidence actually leading up to their arrest, but Fernandez was at a bar one night, and he was poking fun at some officers and was challenging them in some way. So he would be like, oh yeah, I'm a serial killer, saying jokes like that, and then they actually obviously took him seriously, so they got a warrant to search his house, and they found the makeshift graves.
Oh,
Wow.
that's interesting.
Yeah, so they exhumed the bodies and everything, and found everything.
So
They were executed.
His own cockiness was his undoing.
Exactly.
Fernandez is just an idiot. So today we've learned if you're gonna kill somebody, don't brag about it.
Basically. Alright, Jessi.
I think it's serial killer tip number 1, honestly.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I did the sex slave killers,
Ooh.
Yes.
and it was a couple, Gerald Gallego and Charlene Gallego, and they had a van and they would park somewhere, and Charlene would go off and find some teenage girls and ask them if they wanted to smoke marijuana in the back of the van. And then Gerald would be waiting for them with a pistol, and then he would tie them up, rape them, take them to a secluded area, and then either shoot them, hit them on the head with an object, or stab them.
And kill them.
Yes.
Basically.
What would he do with the bodies?
He buried some of them, and some of he just left somewhere.
Mm.
But they never left actual evidence there to convict him. And then when he was convicted, he he got 2 death sentences, but 1 went away because they filed it as not really relevant.
Well, I feel like if you have 2 death sentences, if one goes away, it doesn't really matter.
Then 1 death sentence actually didn't get to be used because he had PTSD and brain injuries from when he was a child. He was abused.
So did he plead for insanity, or what did he do?
Yeah, he pleaded for insanity.
Oh yeah, actually didn't mention that, but Martha and Fernandez also did. They pleaded for insanity, but didn't get the trial, like one. So yeah, good time.
Don't kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Killing is bad.
Very bad. Silence. Let's think. Next topic would have to be movies. Kenzie just went to go see the Joker.
Oh yes, I did go see the Joker. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it is actually one of the most cinematic best movies I've seen in a while, and that's saying a lot. And also the music that they played. I don't know why I'm using weird words. The music that they played was really good, and when you go see it, Jessi, you are going to be very excited because all I have to say is sophomore year for you.
Ooh.
For me.
Yeah, jazz band, sophomore year for you.
Ooh.
And let me just say, Hunter Poirier. The song he sang.
I've been out of the loop here, but it sounds interesting.
We recently saw reviews on, our last podcast, if you guys want to go watch it.
What I'm talking about.
It was
reviews.
reviews, so on the Joker, we looked up how the Joker's doing in the box office.
Yeah, we looked at the box office and all that. It's actually doing really well. I think it was 96,000 or 96 million, not 1,000. I apologize.
Yeah.
It may seem a bit redundant to go over the Joker again, but it's a current topic. Honestly, it's pretty big. I think Joaquin Phoenix might actually be in the running for best Joker, not past Heath Ledger, but definitely on his level.
What'd you think?
I'm so sorry. What are we talking about?
Who was the better Joker? Phoenix guy or Heath Ledger?
Phoenix is the guy who just got done.
Yeah.
Okay, so Heath Ledger is obviously one of my top favorites, but I really like the new Joker.
What do you think they're on the same level about?
Yeah, honestly, if considering some things, I feel like the way he actually portrayed Joker and the craziness was really top notch, and I'm actually really proud of him for it because it was really good. So whenever we go see it, it's gonna be really good. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Yeah. Who's all ready for Halloween? Anyone got some hot costumes picked out?
Nope.
No.
No.
I'm not doing anything for Halloween.
If you guys do hear weird screaming in the background, that is a band kid named Noah.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
I'm going to the Renaissance Festival, so I'll probably get a night or something.
You going
costume.
to the Renaissance Festival?
Yeah, it's in Houston. Noah invited me.
I wanna go.
Him and me and Brittany. He was the only one people who could go. Prophet, the one from
Yeah, I know who she is.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, yeah, we're going. His family invited up to 2 people he could invite, so it's just me and them. So I'm going, and I'm probably gonna wear a night costume or something. Maybe.
So sorry.
So sorry.
Why is that? Oh yeah, whatever. No, it's not terrible. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I enjoy a lot of Renaissance type things.
I just don't want you to go and then be alone.
I can't be alone. Brittany's cool. We're good friends.
Okay.
These are things that no one's understand listening to this podcast. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. October is gonna be a very busy month for us band kids. That is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch this tonight, wish us luck on our competition, and we're just gonna wrap it up. Our scores will be on the Instagram, but thank you for watching the Practice Room podcast. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and like the video, and check us out on our Instagram, which will be down in the
description.
Yeah. Peace.